Alyssa Marvin, and you're watching and reading Rising Talent Magazine.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hi!
At what age did you start musical theater and what inspired you?
I did my first show when I was 5 years old. It was the Secret Garden at a kids' theater. And what inspired me to start doing theater was when I saw the Broadway production of the Annie when I was 4 years old in 2012. And I just loved seeing everybody up on stage, and it looked like so much fun that I started crying because I wanted to be on the stage and not in the audience. So then I just started doing theater and acting, and ever since then I've loved it and kept going.
So what musical theater have you done?
I was a part of the international tour of Annie in 2016, and then I was on the School of Rock National Tour for 18 months, and most recently I just did Trevor The Musical off Broadway, which is now also on Disney+.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience with Annie on an international tour?
Yeah, it was a really, really special experience because it was an international tour. So we went to Indonesia and Singapore in Asia. We were there for about 6 weeks. And that was really, really incredible just to see like a whole other part of the world and get to really like immerse ourselves in the culture. Because it was summer, we got to spend all of our days outside just learning about all the cities and all the culture, which was so incredible. And I love Annie as the show, and it was just such a wonderful experience.
And what role did you play?
I was Molly, the youngest orphan.
Can you explain a little bit more about your experience with School of Rock on tour?
Yeah, so the School of Rock tour, I went to, I think we counted, it was about 42-ish cities in the United States, and then we went to, I think, 3 places in Canada. And I did that for 18 months, like I said before, and that was, again, incredible. I love traveling, I love getting to see all the different parts of the country, and we got to explore and just learn so much about everything, and I made a ton of new friends on that tour as well because there's so many kids in that show. So again, it was just so incredible to do what I love, but also get to see our whole country.
So what role did you play in School of Rock?
I was Marcy. I was one of the singers in the band in the show.
So what was the audition process for the tours musicals that you were part of?
The audition process for all of the musicals that I was part of was very extensive. It took a lot of trying, which is really great because then I had a lot of time to continue practicing and training in between. For all of the shows that I did, Trevor, Annie, and School of Rock, there was always an acting, singing, and dancing portion. So we learned a dance combination during the process, and then if we moved on, we did a bit of singing from the show, and then just some scenes from the show, and just many rounds of that, until finally I booked the shows.
Awesome. So do you remember where you were at when you found out you got the roles? And
I remember in Annie, actually, I found out I booked the role, I think about 10 minutes-ish. It was in the car after we left the audition, and we got the call that I booked it. And then I was doing another show in New York City then, so I had to like keep it a secret the whole time, which was really hard. And then for School of Rock, I was at home. My mom picked me up from school, or my like after-school activity early, and I kept asking her why, and she said it was a secret. So from that point on, I like kind of knew that something was happening, and then my agent called me and told me, and I freaked out, of course. And my mom had decorations, and it was really cool. And then for Trevor, I was in our garage leaving to go with my mom, and my mom saw the email and she screamed, and my dad got really worried because he thought that we saw like an animal in the garage, and that's why she was screaming. But it was a good reason, so it was okay.
Alright, so what was your experience like with Trevor the Musical off Broadway in New York?
Trevor the Musical is amazing. It was so incredible. I love the story so much. It's such an amazing sentiment, and it has so much to offer for everybody out there. And I've been a part of it since 2020, so it's been a long time coming. But it was definitely worth the wait. And I have made so many friends through with this entire process. So it's just so incredible, and now we get to share it with everybody out in the world too on Disney+, which is so fun because it is a message that everybody needs to hear. So I'm so glad that I could be a part of it.
You explain a little bit more about the musical, what it's about?
Yeah. So Trevor the Musical is about a boy named Trevor in 1981, and kind of about his journey navigating adolescence and growing up in his own identity. And there is a lot of themes, messages that I think everybody can relate to in this story. And I find it very powerful and impactful, so I encourage everybody who can to watch it and learn from it.
So what is your favorite current Broadway musical?
I have three, actually. My three favorite musicals are Newsies, a musical called Ride the Cyclone, and Assassins by Stephen Sondheim. I love those shows so much. They're all very, very different, which is kind of weird. But I love them, and they're all shows that I would love to be a part of one day if I was given the opportunity.
Do you have advice for those that have an interest in musical theater?
For anybody who wants to get into the theater industry, my advice would be to just continue to practice and learn and grow from every opportunity that you have, because I think that is like the core of everything that you do. Just if you can build up your strengths and all of your skills, then really you can do anything.
Awesome. Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you.